Life for Mind presents. Ever pondered about the roles we play in the universe, or how our actions today may shape our tomorrow? Welcome to the intriguing enigma that is karma. A concept deeply rooted in Eastern philosophies, it has found acceptance across a myriad of cultures around the globe. At its core, karma is the belief that every action we take has an effect, a ripple in the cosmic pond, if you will. It's a principle that suggests our past, present, and future are interconnected through our actions and choices. Understanding karma isn't just about contemplating philosophy, it's about leading a fulfilling life. The laws of karma serve as a guiding compass, directing us towards actions that foster positivity, growth, and harmony. They teach us that our actions, attitudes, and even thoughts have consequences, shaping our destiny in ways we might not even realize. The universe, it seems, has a peculiar way of maintaining balance, doesn't it? First on our list, we encounter the Great Law. This is also known as the law of cause and effect. It's the fundamental principle that governs our universe, the idea that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Imagine throwing a pebble into a pond. The ripples that spread out, that's the effect of your action. Now translate that to your actions in life, the choices you make, the words you speak. In essence, what we put out in the universe, we get back. Next, we have the law of creation. This principle posits that life isn't a passive experience, but rather, it demands our active participation. We are not mere spectators in the theater of existence, but the playwrights, the directors, and the actors. Our thoughts, our choices, and our actions are the tools we use to architect our reality, to shape our destiny. Thus, the law of creation reminds us that we are the masters of our own universe. It's not about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. The third law we'll uncover is the law of humility. This law is a gentle reminder that personal growth is dependent on acceptance and humility. Imagine a seed. It must first accept the soil, the rain, and the sun to grow. Similarly, we must accept our current position, our strengths, and our weaknesses to grow. Humility comes when we acknowledge our imperfections and work on them. It's an essential part of the journey towards self-improvement. One must accept something in order to change it. Fourth in line, we have the law of growth. This law emphasizes that our personal evolution is paramount. It's not the world around us that must transform, but the world within us. It's like tending a garden. We cannot control the weather or the soil, but we can nurture the seeds we plant. By adjusting our thoughts, feelings, and actions, we can significantly alter our life's trajectory. Remember, it's our inner landscape that shapes our outer reality. We must grow and change for the better. Now let's talk about the law of responsibility. This principle emphasizes the importance of owning our actions and their consequences. It's about recognizing that we are the architects of our life. If we want to see change, we must be the catalysts. No blaming, no excuses. We are not passive spectators but active participants in our journey. This law teaches us to look within, to identify patterns, to make conscious decisions. We mirror what surrounds us, and what surrounds us mirrors us. Our seventh law is the law of connection. This law is a beautiful reminder that everything in our universe is intricately linked. Our past, present, and future are not separate entities, but are interconnected in a vast cosmic tapestry. Each action, no matter how small, contributes to the big picture. It's like a massive jigsaw puzzle, with each piece fitting perfectly into place to create a grand design. This law encourages us to understand that even baby steps can get us to our destination. The next three laws are the law of focus, the law of hospitality, and the law of here and now. Let's delve into these, shall we? The law of focus encourages us to aim our energy towards a single goal. It's about not scattering our efforts but rather channeling them into one meaningful pursuit. This intensifies our power to achieve and diminishes distractions. Next, we have the law of hospitality. This is a call to kindness, to open our hearts and homes to others, to meet them with warmth and generosity. This law reminds us that our actions echo into the universe, and kindness, well, that has a way of coming back around. Lastly, we have the law of here and now. This law is about being present, about truly living in the moment. It asks us to let go of past regrets and future anxieties, to simply be in the now, relishing life as it unfolds. Focus on the present, be kind and hospitable, and work towards your goals. Finally, we have the law of change, the law of patience and reward, and the law of significance and inspiration. The law of change dictates that change is inevitable. It's a fundamental part of existence. Just as seasons shift, so too does life. Embracing change instead of fearing it allows us to grow and adapt. Next, we delve into the law of patience and reward. Nothing worthwhile comes without effort and patience. We often crave instant gratification, but true rewards take time and dedication. Understanding this law is like planting a seed and patiently nurturing it to bloom. Lastly, the law of significance and inspiration reminds us that every action, no matter how small, contributes to the collective whole. Each personal contribution, each act of kindness, each word of encouragement adds up. It's about understanding that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. Embrace change, be patient, and understand that every small effort counts. So, how do these laws play out in our daily lives? Unfolding the mysteries of karma, let's delve into some real-life examples. Picture this. You're in the supermarket and someone drops a bag of groceries. The law of creation nudges you to help. You decide to lend a hand, not because you feel obligated, but because you realize that life requires participation. Now consider another scenario. You're at work, and a colleague has been unkind. You could retort, but instead, you choose humility, acknowledging the law of humility. You understand that everyone is on their own journey, and their actions reflect their path, not yours. Let's imagine you've been trying to achieve a personal goal, perhaps learning a new language. You've been practicing consistently, embodying the law of growth. Over time, you see progress. Your efforts bear fruit, showing you that the change you seek always begins with you. Now suppose you're facing a challenge. It's easy to point fingers, but you remember the law of responsibility. You recognize that your life is a mirror of what you project into the world. You decide to take charge, knowing it's up to you to shape your destiny. Consider a day when you're rushing through tasks, disconnected from everything around you. Then you pause, remembering the law of connection. You slow down, taking a moment to appreciate the interconnectedness of all things. This simple act brings you closer to the present, grounding you in the here and now. Lastly, think about a time when you've worked hard on a project, you've been patient, and finally, the rewards come. This is the law of patience and reward in action, reminding you that valuable rewards require consistent effort. In all these situations, you're not just reacting. You're making conscious choices based on the karma laws. These choices influence your actions, decisions, and ultimately, your life's trajectory. Understanding and applying these laws can indeed change our lives. In conclusion, why should we care about these karma laws? Well, each of these 12 karma laws serves as a guiding light, illuminating the path to personal growth, happiness, and fulfillment. Let's take a moment to revisit them. The Great Law teaches us that what we give out, we receive back. It's the cosmic boomerang in action, reminding us to spread positivity and kindness. The law of creation, on the other hand, empowers us to take charge of our lives. It tells us that life does not simply happen to us, but rather, we are active participants in its creation. Then there's the law of humility, which encourages us to accept things as they are before we can change them. The law of growth teaches us that for us to change, we must change within ourselves first. It's not about controlling others, but mastering our own thoughts and actions. The law of responsibility nudges us to take ownership of our lives. We cannot blame others for our circumstances, but have the power to change them. The law of connection assures us that everything in the universe is interconnected. Our past, present, and future are links of the same chain. The laws of focus, hospitality, and here and now remind us to concentrate on one thing at a time, to be generous and kind to strangers, and to live in the present moment. The laws of change, patience and reward, and significance and inspiration finally teach us that history repeats itself until we learn from it, that rewards require initial toil, and that the best outcome often requires a cooperative effort. In essence, these karma laws are not just about spiritual growth, but about leading a balanced, fulfilling life. They are the keys to unlocking personal happiness, fostering positive relationships, and achieving overall well-being. They guide us in making better decisions, cultivating resilience, and realizing our full potential. In a universe interwoven with karma, understanding these laws helps us navigate life more effectively. Don't you think?